All units, please respond. We got a 7467. Two idiots spilling the tea about their neighbors.
Welcome to Crazy Rich Neighbors.
Florida wackos.
There goes the neighborhood. Hey, cray cray bougie crew and scandalous CRN trolls. Shout out to our sponsor, Podcast Junkies, here in Boca Raton, Florida.
Today we are just shooting the ish and catching up because we haven't seen each other all week.
At least 5 days.
I know. And I missed you.
I missed you too.
And we might just round up some cray cray stories about some wackos of the week.
We
here
got
in our neck of the woods.
And abroad.
Yes.
All over the dang place.
Yes.
But first, we're joined by the doe-eyed fighter bodybuilder boy, Christian.
None of those are true, but
Hey.
Vegan? Are you still
Our
vegan?
Yeah, I'm still
animal-loving, plant-based.
there we go.
Christian.
Muscle man.
Yes.
Welcome back. It's been age.
I know.
It's been a long time.
Man.
Great to see you too.
You too.
And
You
off
guys are looking younger by the day.
Oh, snaps. You must be getting cataracts.
We ain't doing too bad, girl.
For the state we're in.
We're trying. That's
We
all
are.
we can do with thank you,
God
darling.
loves a trier, boo.
Yes, honey. Well, child, lots are happening on the
Let's get
internet.
it. Let's jump into this. Where do you want to start, boo?
I want to start with as ever.
Oh, my God.
Like as if.
As if y'all don't know what we're talking about, Meghan Markle
Oh, my
has
God.
rebranded her
Meg-
American Orchard Riviera to
As ever. Yeah, you're recording. I'm recording. Okay.
I
Trying to
squinted.
do.
I would think it was her.
Oh my God. Trying to do like the Gwyneth Paltrow, no makeup, chill look. You know, it was all so contrite.
It is contrite, and for those of you who don't know, she had to change the name of the
Yes,
company
and everybody knows it.
because American Orchard Riviera is actually a geographic place, and you cannot trademark
Hello.
a geographic place. But as we keep saying, listen, dumbass. I think we just got the E. You need to check this stuff out before you start
Yes.
printing the labels.
Yes.
This is 101 stuff here.
Just because you are a duchess doesn't mean that you can just pick a name and you can take it and you can just totally bypass trademark and copyright infringement laws.
Her new name is Duchess Dumbass.
Oh my gosh. And listen here, you guys. It's like we're not trying to pull another woman down and hating, right?
No,
They
we'd
built their brand on tearing down a whole family.
Look, we just
okay?
call them like we see them, whether they're men or
Yes.
women. I'm not going to be kind to a dumbass a dumbass woman just because she's a woman. Like, you got to,
know.
like, stand and deliver.
But I mean, listen, you know, we come from the whole communications, marketing, PR, branding world. It's like, who is really giving this woman advice? Like, own up and say you didn't do the trademark. Everybody already knows, you know, don't make up lies. Like the public aren't, you know, we're not dumb.
We're not dumb. Does she not have, if she doesn't have a marketing company, or you know what, she may have one, right? But you and I know how clients are. They don't like to listen.
No,
and I can imagine her
they
being a
don't.
very difficult client.
I'm sure.
And she also should have legal counsel too, or at least a trademark attorney to be looking at
Yes.
this stuff for her.
Absolutely. And as ever, there's an As Ever clothing brand. Shout out to them. I checked them out now. They're getting a lot of play because of this. It's called As Ever New York.
Yes.
And it's a small family run, but it has a cult business and fashion line, but it has a cult following. So I guess she can't do like clothing
Apparel.
or like shoe wear or whatever, but she could probably do everything else with it.
I mean, this is secondhand embarrassment at this point.
No, what are you gonna do? Just slap As Ever on your little Montecito jam?
Not only that, but like then she came up with this graphic for
Oh.
As Ever, which is basically
A
the
whole-
same graphic as a small town in Spain.
that are thinking of suing her.
And they should.
You know, it's like
They absolutely should sue
do your
her.
due diligence. And
Do
the
a
thing,
Google search.
and the thing is, you can literally put images in Google search,
Correct.
and it will come up
I gotta
with.
fix my hair.
It'll come
Exactly.
up, you
It'll
know?
come up. Yes. In this day and age, there is no reason, I gotta fix my hair, why you cannot do a reverse Google search on an image, why you can't Google like brand names and find out if somebody already owns a name.
Honey,
or
you can
even
put it in ChatGPT.
Zoom
Put
some
it in
stuff.
ChatGPT and be like, act like an attorney and do the first trademark search.
ChatGPT was on this show for Pete's sake.
Okay,
he could be working for her.
Hell yeah.
Well, look, I am sick of this woman, and like,
I don't know.
This Netflix show is yet to come out.
Oh my gosh. And her, like, there's some fans like, I can't wait to see what she does. I love the Tig. I mean, she would have been further along if she didn't marry into the royal family. I think as she would have probably been on her second husband, but I think she would have married up from her producer.
She would have.
But I think she would have been more successful and more self-fulfilled if she had not gotten into the whole royal family thing.
Well, you know, it bit her in the ass.
Yeah, it surely did. She went hunting. She caught her prey.
And she didn't know what she was in for. She thought she did.
And he has no kahunas.
He doesn't. Did you see what Trump said about him?
Yes! I love it.
He won't deport Harry because he's got enough problems with his wife. She's a nightmare.
Okay, I'm with Trump on that.
I am too.
But if he lied, if other people lied and other people, knew about, if people lied on their immigration application, they would be in trouble. So,
well, and if you got busted for drugs, you're in trouble, immigration-wise.
Yeah, so exactly.
We're throwing him a bone. I guess it's a humanitarian effort, you could say. I
suppose, because Trump did love the Queen, and
he did.
Maybe he's, doing that family a solid.
Doing God's work.
Yes, and people are like, oh, did you hear that Trump called himself a king? I'm like, or wants to be king or whatever. It's like, let him cook. Let him cook.
He got rid of congesting pricing in New York City, so.
Oh my God, and like Doge, they want to give back American taxpayers $5,000, and allegedly, no, not allegedly, because I saw an interview with this Democratic, I don't know if she's a senator or what, Jasmine Crockett, who was just like,
I can't
we are
stand
not
her.
in the business of giving back we're not in the business of giving money back, and what is Americans going to do with $5,000?
With the
you know how much money did the country give away?
Guess what, Jasmine Crockett? You were totally for the COVID, aid to every American for $700. Not only that, Jasmine Crockett, your party ignored the people in North Carolina giving them $700. Same with the people in Ohio after the train derailment full of chemicals, and the people in Los Angeles. So $5,000 goes a long way, much longer than $700.
For the average human, who would turn down a $5,000 check? I sure hell as no. I know what I would do with $5,000 check.
I'd be happy AF if I got that check in the mail.
Much less the average American on a minimum wage salary or whatever. That could maybe pay rent and food for months.
Yes, I mean, yeah.
So she's sitting on a high horse, but she allegedly has a salary of $174K and has a net worth of $9 million to multi-million dollar, like 1-point-something million dollar homes. Two, not one, but two. But the American people don't deserve a little dividend check from their government. Like, why not give back to the people if you want to give away to everybody and take care of your people first?
First of all, we all feel like we were fucked over with the way this money's been spent. We deserve a little, refund.
Yes, why
It's not help. It's a refund of money we already paid.
Yes, and they will repay the debt and whatnot. But why not make the people feel good?
Exactly.
Okay, and Social Security. It's crazy paying people who are like 320 years old. Mm-hmm. What the heck?
And they say Americans aren't healthy. We're living 150, 300 years, boo.
Girl, vampires are real.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God.
Christian knows.
Yes, Christian had us cracking up about a hot-ass story right before we went on air. I love these youngins. These young bucks got stories.
Speaking of May-December romances, this whole, becoming Brigitte thing about Brigitte and Emmanuel Macron's...
alleged. Don't come for us,
Well,
Macron.
I mean, they allegedly have a great love story. I'm not saying she's a man, but Candace Owens is.
She's so...
But what's so confusing is, and it's not like Candace is saying this, but how she presents the evidence, and this is super sick and super twisted, and I'm not saying I think this, it's just how the facts as she presents them lead you to think that Brigitte used to be Jean-Michel Tragno, who could, according to this evidence, actually be Emmanuel Macron's biological father,
Oh, Lord.
which, besides the whole potential alleged trans relationship, could mean that it's an incestuous relationship on top of it. I'm not saying that. It's just how this evidence unfolds when you listen to this podcast.
Unbelievable. I think I'm going to get into it, but I'm catching over the weekend, but I'm catching all of the clips on TikTok. Okay. And it is hot. And this woman was on today and they had a side by side of Jean-Michel and Mrs. Macron. And they showed like the teeth. Obviously,
Yes.
she allegedly had the feminization surgery, but this smile, this defect where the tongue pushes against the teeth.
Yes.
The little boy, who looks just like her twin, had a tongue, like a smile, and this tongue that pushes out, and she has it too. And they said it's something that you can cure in childhood, but the dentist has to give
like trays
help
and
you.
retainers.
Yeah,
and
like the
stuff.
dentist has to intervene in order to fix that, but the same tongue against the teeth. In fact, I'm going to pull it up.
Well, not only that, if you watch the Candace's series on YouTube, she has all these visuals, right? So there is a picture of Jean-Michel and Brigitte side by side. They both have this funny situation under their bottom lip in how the skin is sort of dented and then
this line
protrudes.
too here.
The line, and then there's also something that looks like a colorless mole or a pimple that they both have.
Oh my God.
And that to me is the real tell. Not only that, but they ran the facial ran her picture and Jean-Michel through the Chinese Communist Party World Economic Forum approved facial recognition software that China uses for their social scoring system. And that software says that Jean-Michel
Same.
and Brigitte, it's the same person with up to 80% accuracy.
Yes.
I mean, come on.
Abso-freaking-lutely.
Here's the thing that I haven't listened to the last podcast of Candace's where she wraps up and answers some questions. The one question I have is she kept saying that Jean-Michel stole his sister Brigitte, the real Brigitte's identity. So I want to know, what happened to this sister? How is she dead?
Why hasn't the family come up? Where's the brother? Why doesn't the brother come and say, like, I'm here, look at me?
Right. Like,
Where
why
is
didn't
he?
why doesn't Brigitte just have a presser with her brother and say, here he is, you dumb bitches?
Where is the brother?
Well, where is the sister that he allegedly stole the Brigitte identity from? Like, what happened to her? So in that family picture, there's the little boy that Candace alleges is Brigitte, who used to be Jean-Michel. But then on the mother's lap is a little girl.
Yes.
Who is that little girl?
What happened?
I don't know.
This is
There
scandalous.
are holes that I don't understand.
But just the way the whole relationship happened, even if it is how they said it is, and she was the teacher and he was the young underage student, that already is scandal, but it's France.
Correct.
Maybe they live by certain different
Well, that
standards.
ish happens here too. Like Mary Kay Letourneau.
Yes, but she went to jail, honey.
She did, and then she died, girl.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Their Lifetime movie was actually good.
It was.
It was really good. I used to love Lifetime.
Me too.
But now we have like Hulu and other cheap movies and things we have so many options.
I know. And they're kind of like, they're very formulaic now.
Yes, they are.
It's like once they have one that works, like the girl who got locked into whatever, the girl who, and then they like just keep doing the same
it just
freaking
looks fake.
Yeah.
Are you watching the Kardashians?
Yes.
And what's happening? I haven't watched any of the episodes yet.
Courtney's annoying.
She's still Courtney. Okay.
She's boring. She's breastfeeding. I mean, who
Lord,
cares?
I know. And
Chloe met up with Lamar.
I heard.
Oh.
What happened? Tell me she's not going back to
She's
him.
not. She is done with him, but he would go back to her in a hot minute.
Yeah, of
now he
course.
realizes how he effed up and
And
everything he lost.
And I swear to God, I think she's a sweet soul.
She really is.
Too
She
nice.
stayed in the hospital with that man for 4 months
Oh
to
my
the fact that she got a
God.
staph infection just from
What?
living in the hospital.
Girl, did you see that video of Justin Bieber?
No.
Check out dailymail.co.uk and look at him. He allegedly is tweaking.
Oh no.
I think that man is sick. He's so
I think he's using
skinny.
again.
Yes, God prayers. You know, this whole thing with Diddy, I think this
Yeah.
is taking a toll on him.
Oh Lord. He
But
needs to
he
check
looks-
himself in somewhere.
He looks really, probably he has to like relive his childhood trauma, and everybody knows what happens to him allegedly.
Well,
Ugh.
I mean, he can't bear the shame of that. That's not on him. He was
No.
a young person.
No,
I
it's
can't
pretty
find
freaking
it, but
sad.
I will find it.
It's pretty bad. Yeah, he's like
That's sad.
smiling and scratching his leg, and
Oh,
like
no.
he's smiling like really wide, like this the whole time, and
Oh.
scratching and grabbing at his balls and scratching his
Ew.
leg, like
He's using.
Yeah, it looks it's sad.
That's very sad.
But I don't know. I know he's recording again, but Diddy's lawyer quit today.
Mm-hmm.
You saw that?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think he says he cannot. I wonder if Diddy can't pay him. I wonder if that's it. I don't think it's a matter of moral like compass.
I mean, he's old. No, just kidding.
huh?
I can't.
I think he's not paying him. Like I think he can't pay him. That's what people are
Well,
saying.
or
like,
there is something so grotesque that he's
Yes.
just completely like
yes.
disgusted by it.
Crazy. Yeah, but no, I'm gonna send you that link on Justin Bieber child. Everybody pray for the Biebs. I feel like he's a victim, and that man is in pain. He's going through it.
Prayers up.
Yes.
Anyway, our wacko of the week is a woman suspected of stealing $800K in Trump coin cryptocurrency from Miami police. She says she called him a loser just before her arrest.
Yes, honey. She was with her rich man, and according to the story, it was actually on the news today. She stole her ex-boyfriend's American Express card and spent $4,200 on an Airbnb, and is also being investigated for, obviously stealing the Trump coin. I only have 4 little measly Trump coins, but people, that coin went from like 0 to 80. It's now back down
no
to like
coin.
17. It's too volatile.
Yeah.
Honestly, the crypto market, it is not for the faint of heart, and it's just
I don't
too
understand it
volatile.
enough either. So
Yeah.
And you know what I did? I put a lot of money into pot stocks at
It's coming.
my husband's advice, and guess what? I lost all of.
It may happen.
No, but one of the companies went out of business.
Oh,
So like
they probably couldn't wait that
I
long.
went into MedMen, which is open in
Oh.
California and some other places in the West Coast, and like
because they went in deep here and like bought. They had like locations already.
Yeah,
I
they
think
did.
secured. Like
Yeah.
they thought some type of
legislation would
would have
pass.
happened by now, but it didn't. But it didn't happen
because the way that whole thing was written, like nobody wants to be out smelling pot like in the middle of the street, like
No.
in New York City.
Oh my God, it's so disgusting.
So
I
that-
hate it.
That bill we voted on, it was like written by the pot company, right? So it was completely one-sided to their benefit, and it was like it's all fine in all these public spaces, and then you have your little kids out walking around smelling dope. Nobody wants that.
No, at like 7 o'clock in the morning, it was crazy.
Anyway, so the boyfriend found the American Express charge and received notifications that his card was being used all over Miami-Dade County. And they, of course, had a fight beforehand.
Yes.
When I woke up, she was gone. She was just gone, he told the local 10 News.
Unbelievable.
Poof!
Poof,
Gone, girl,
gone
honey.
with the crypto.
Gone with the crypto.
So the police then went to the hotel. Well, no, the report states that Bravo hired a private investigator, somebody by the name of David Bolton.
Not Michael.
Who tracked, I know, is he still alive?
Yes.
Oh, who tracked down the perpetrator on Valentine's Day to the Summit address in downtown
The Yotel.
The Yotel. That
The
sounds-
Yotel Motel Holiday Inn.
I know that sounds sketch, but it was
Totes.
like $4,000 though, so I thought she'd be living it up. Anywho, so
It's high season. The rates are high now.
Oh my God, yes. So Bolton discovered that Jabali, his ex-girlfriend, had overstayed her visa.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
It's a bad time to do this, lady.
Yes, hunty.
So Popo went to the hotel and they saw her sitting at the bar and they later questioned her in private and she goes, "That loser is my ex-boyfriend. He lets me use his credit card." Bravo said being called a loser on top of being victimized made him feel horrible. "I loved her with all my heart. I did everything I could to be there for her."
And they had a yacht girl.
Ciao.
He said he met Jabali at a marina about 6 months ago and said she expressed an interest in learning about crypto. At that point, she hasn't been charged in connection with, at this point, sorry, she hasn't been charged with connection to crypto theft, Bravo said, though the police are investigating. "I was able to identify her address, and it was the same address used to transfer my Trump coins into her phantom wallet," Bravo said.
Dumb bitch. Dumb bitch.
Yes.
Jabali's now in the custody of ICE.
Oh, my God. He ain't never getting that money back.
Good luck, Chuck. Bravo and Bolton are worried that she'll be deported before police can complete their investigation.
my
Honey, that money is spent,
God.
child. Let's just get her back to wherever it is she came from.
And that's crypto is like the wild, wild west, honey.
Yes, girl.
Okay, it's so easy to get stolen. He will not get that back.
No.
Okay, and it's not like it's a security or whatever. Like you can't. I don't know if you can even take that to court.
I'm guessing there's nothing like FDIC insurance on that.
No, totally
Right.
not.
So,
Totally
toodaloo.
not.
Yeah.
Yes. Uh-oh. Whoopsie. I mean, he'll be able to see. No, I think once it gets transferred to another wallet, like he
Right.
won't. The trail will be dead. So there you go. Oh well.
So she's getting a free ticket to Tunisia
Oh,
with possibly $850,000 in her pocket.
she probably turned herself into ice.
Bolton says that he thinks this was a long-term plan from someone very sophisticated who targeted him because he's wealthy. Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Okay. Oh, well, she's facing 2 felony counts and grand theft and fraudulent use of a credit card, and she'll be somewhere living it up where $800,000 is probably like $2 million.
In Tunisia, she's going to live like a king.
Okay, she won't ever have to hoe around ever.
She'll be flying home in handcuffs, and once she's back, she'll be
She'll be
living
like,
it up,
"Whooping us for the
child.
queen, honey.
Yes, queen.
The crypto queen." Yes.
So anyone watching the story of American Murder, Gabby Petito?
Oh, I need to check it out.
It's on my list.
Yes,
It's the
mine
inside
too.
story of how Gabby was murdered by her boyfriend, the sickening burn after reading a letter, the family cover-up, the final confrontation. So the wacko of this story is the killer's mother, Roberta Laundrie, mother of Brian Laundrie.
Yes. So according to our favorite mag, dailymail.co.uk, they said that the letter Roberta wrote her son Brian was disturbing and intense and somewhat overwrought proclamation of a mother's unwavering love for her child. "You're my boy. Nothing can make me stop loving you," it read. "Nothing will or could ever divide us, no matter what you do. Even if you're in jail, I will bake a cake with a file in it," Roberta added.
She watches a lot of Looney Tunes cartoons, boo.
"If you need to dispose of a body, I will show up with a
What the
shovel and
fuck?
garbage bags."
I'm sorry. I'm not a parent, but
Ooh.
like if my husband killed somebody, I'd be calling the popo.
Girl, hell
You
yeah.
are like guilty by association, Mama
Yes,
Laundrie.
Yes, honey.
Laundry.
Terrible.
Isn't that their last name?
Yes.
Laundrie.
Yes.
The letter was entitled Burn After Reading, and the significance of the note was to become apparent when Brian's remains were found in Florida's Carlton, Reserve on October 20th, 2021. The 23-year-old ended his own life with a gunshot to the head. Nearby were his belongings, including photos and letters to his family. Also among them was a note written by Brian admitting to the murder of his fiancée, Gabby Petito, 2 months previously. The disappearance of Gabby made headlines around the world. The 22-year-old from Long Island had embarked on a summer road trip with Brian, never to return.
But it was clear that she was being abused.
There was evidence that she wrote to someone, I forget who, saying that he was abusing her, and I think she wanted to break up with him.
Yes.
Potentially before that trip or on the trip, but she wasn't sure how.
And what if he took her on that trip to like just murder her? But I think they were like they got pulled over by the cops or something like that.
They did.
And she looked scared, like just a deer in headlights.
And if
I remember that.
Cops had intervened more, she might be alive today.
Oh my God. What's the sign if you're in peril? There's a sign like that you put up.
It's like, isn't it something behind your back?
No, like if you're in a window, like that it's some sign that you're supposed to, everybody
with your
look
hand,
it up.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like that says, I'm in help. I need help. I don't know if it's something like this or whatever. It's just like a hand sign that you can do against the window.
We all need to know that because if I saw a hand sign, I wouldn't know what that is.
Yes, everybody look it up. Look it up.
So the Laundrie family, right? They live somewhere in Florida.
Yes.
And like everyone is ostracizing them because of the mother's like role with, supporting her son with this. Apparently, I was reading that people throw dog feces and soiled baby diapers onto their lawns because
it's not okay.
Nobody wants to hang with them.
But listen, if they said, listen, our son did something heinous or whatever, but this that you tried to like cover, this is somebody else's kid who
you're
they
an
killed.
Accomplice.
Yes, totally.
Correct,
so they deserve, like, I don't believe like families should go down if somebody in the family committed a crime and they had nothing to do with it. But if you cover it up, you deserve to fall out. Okay? Totally.
Absolutely.
So now this 3-part Netflix documentary pieces together the last weeks of Gabby's life and includes some startling new details, okay? Not least the contents of Roberta's letter to her killer son. Gabby's parents, Nicole Schmidt and Joe Petito, feature at length in the documentary. And as a shaken Nicole recalls, that letter made her sick to her stomach.
Here's what I don't get. Roberta's claiming that she had written the note before they even went on the trip.
What?
First of all, that implies, it makes no sense. If that, in some weird universe, would be true, does that mean that she suspected that her kid was going to murder Gabby or someone else?
That's just her trying to get out of
But that's how dumb she is, because that makes absolutely no sense, and she thinks people are going to just take that at face value.
People are not dumb.
So Gabby's body was unfortunately found in a forest in Wyoming, and the cause of death was determined to be strangulation, and her body just disposed of.
Oh my God. The first time we saw that letter, we were just in shock, says Tara Petito, Gabby's stepmother. How could she write this letter? It's just disgusting. In July 2021, Gabby set off on her 4-month road trip across America with Brian, hoping to kickstart a career as a van life blogger, making and posting videos online as they crossed the country with their converted Ford Transit. But as the documentary shows, behind the carefree Instagram posts of a smiling couple posting at canyons and hot springs of Western America, a far darker picture was emerging.
On August 12th, police in Moab, Utah responded to a call from a person who reported seeing a man hitting a woman before they both drove off together in a van. For the first time, the documentary shows the full body cam footage taken by police as they pulled Gabby and Brian over in response to that call.
In the chilling video, a crying Gabby tells officers that the couple had gotten into a fight while Brian, calm and affable, reasons with them. Both had visible marks on their body, Gabby on her face and arm, Brian on his face. When a clearly distressed Gabby tells the police, "I guess I hit him first." Oh my God. The officers inform Brian that he's the victim of a domestic assault. They go on to arrange a cheap hotel room for him overnight while Gabby is instructed to stay in the van.
That's so effed up.
Oh my gosh.
However, teachable moment here. What should have happened if she was in the van, she should have just taken that van and left and gone and packed up her life and moved somewhere.
Oh my gosh.
So given what eventually transpired, it's an astonishing exchange, and if the situation had been handled differently or better by the police, she might be still here today.
Oh my gosh.
So Gabby's parents say to see the distress my daughter was in, and the police and Brian laughing and joking around, I could not believe she was being treated as the aggressor.
Oh, girls.
That's so sick.
Men, nobody, don't take crap from people.
No, and there are resources available.
Yes.
The National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233.
Get it. Just call,
Yes.
guys. Pick up the phone. So when the pair first started dating in March 2019, Gabby's family found Brian to be quiet and a little socially awkward, but otherwise liked him well enough. Gabby moved to North Point, Florida to live with him and his family, but struggled to get on with his mother, Roberta.
And when the pair got engaged, the voracious writer Roberta posted the news on Facebook. Gabby's family were shocked.
Wow.
Though her parents, Nicole and Joe, had separated when she was a baby, Gabby remained close to both, as well as to Joe's wife, Tara, and Nicole's husband, Jim Schmidt, and her 6 younger siblings. So to be shut out of the news of her engagement seemed deeply out of character. She didn't want to tell anyone, Nicole said. I thought that was really strange. In fact, as the documentary reveals, behind their picture-perfect online presence, Brian was a controlling and abusive partner.
When Gabby got a job at a fast food restaurant to finance her dream of becoming a travel vlogger, for example, Brian labeled her disgusting, later explaining away his anger by saying he was just anxious she might leave him. On another occasion, he stole Gabby's wallet to prevent her from going out without him.
What an
Warning
asshole.
signs, people.
Major red flags.
Warning signs.
Major. Indeed, according to her best friend Rose Davis, Brian was entirely dismissive of Gabby's vlog idea. A big reason why Brian didn't want her to do the vlog is because I think he was worried that the truth of everything would be revealed on camera.
Oh.
And Rose seems to have a point. It was taken on the day of her and Brian's fight in Moab. Moments before police stopped the couple. In the body cam footage, one officer asked Gabby, "Did you get hit in the face? Kind of looks like someone hit you in the face."
Oh my gosh.
And yet they take Brian's story like, believe your eyes, bro.
I know. Unbelievable.
I mean, I am all for policemen. You know, I'm very supportive and
Yes,
grateful.
yes.
But this is like, come on. You see a woman and you think she got hit and you're
Yeah.
taking him at face value?
Honestly, the two of them should have been dragged in or whatever,
Yeah.
you know? But when you're of age, right, you have freedom to do whatever. But there were so many red flags missed. Yet perhaps the documentary's most startling revelation is that 10 days after the incident in the desert on August 22nd, Gabby contacted an ex-boyfriend and told him that she was planning on leaving Brian. Describing Gabby as his first love, her ex identified solely as Jackson, admitted that from the sound of her voice, I think that she wasn't sure what he would do or what he could do.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man.
Jackson felt that was a cry for help. and-
Jackson, you should have called the parents.
Yes, Jackson. When they signed off, he implored for her to be careful. Gabby made her final Instagram post on August 25th, smiling broadly while holding a crocheted pumpkin. It was also on this day that Nicole spoke to her daughter for the last time. 5 days later, Nicole received a text from Gabby's phone explaining that she had no phone service and asking, "Can you help Stan? I keep getting his voicemails and missed calls. My phone doesn't even ring." Stan was Gabby's grandfather, and Nicole thought the message was odd, as Gabby normally referred to him as Grandpa.
What?
The FBI later said that Brian had sent texts from Gabby's phone to trick the police into thinking she was still alive. Yeah, but
What a dumbass.
they all do that. You watch every freaking Dateline episode, and that's what they do.
Gosh, like, why would she call her grandpa by his first name?
Correct.
Okay. Over the next few days, Gabby's family repeatedly tried to get a hold of her. Worried that both Gabby and Brian had gone missing on their travels, Nicole texted Roberta on September 10th. She did not respond. She probably already knew.
Yes,
Ugh.
I know.
Gabby was going to be their daughter-in-law, says Gabby's dad, Joe. This is a person that I thought they loved. When he texted the Laundries to tell them he was calling the police, he was met with silence. Oh my God, what a garbage family.
Totally. A missing persons report for Gabby was filed on September 11th, which brought about an incredible twist. Police officers visiting the Laundrie family in Florida were surprised to find that not only was Gabby's van parked in the driveway, but Brian was home without her.
Oh,
Body cam footage in the documentary shows Brian's parents, Roberta and Christopher, refusing to speak with the officer and offering up their attorney's number instead.
oh my God, they deserve to have poop thrown at their homes. I'm sorry, they're
They
garbage.
do, but I do have to say, whenever you are in some sort of situation like this, whether you're guilty or innocent, you do need to get an attorney and never ever speak to the popo without representation. It's not an admission of guilt. It's your right. Because
That is true.
when you watch these shows, it don't go so well, and then they keep you and they make you tired and hungry and cold, and then you'll say anything to get out of that room.
That is true, but they knew what was up.
Sure did. Especially the mother. She's a right bitch.
Yep. Then there followed the most extraordinary hunt for Gabby after her father appealed for help at a press conference in Florida. Not only did local and national news stations run the story, but amateur sleuths from social media drawn to Gabby's online posts also started following the case. Gabby's phone was last being used in the Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming as the search spanned over 20,000 square miles of rugged terrain, with officers climbing the area on horseback and foot. A further twist emerged on September 7th. Brian was also reported missing.
Can you imagine doing that search over 20,000
Yes!
miles? That's huge.
God help our people, God bless them.
Amen. So then the attention shifted from Gabby's disappearance to Brian's. And then a frustrated Nicole said, I'm thinking I still haven't found my
Yes.
daughter. Where is my child? I need to find my child. So at that point in time, the FBI was receiving up to 300 tips a day from all over the country.
Wow.
Sometimes, these wackadoodles call in, and then that only complicates your investigation.
Yep.
But ironically, it was a pair of travel vloggers, Jen and Kyle Bethune, who provided the final breakthrough in Gabby's disappearance. Looking through footage she had taken on August 27th, the day she was last seen alive, Jen noticed Gabby's van hidden away in the Spread Creek area. Now, this was before Brian drove that van back to Florida, mind you.
Ooh. Finally able to narrow the search area, investigators found Gabby's body on September 19th. God rest her soul.
Amen.
An autopsy declared her death a homicide by means of blunt force trauma and strangulation.
That is such a personal way to kill someone, you know
God,
what I mean?
Oh,
And it takes minutes.
yes.
That's gross.
And you have a chance to stop,
Correct.
Terrible.
Her stepdad, Jim, was visibly distraught recounting the memory. She was lying on the ground on her left side in the fetal position. On the ground there for weeks, like she was a piece of trash by someone who was supposed to love her. At lunchtime on August 27th, Gabby and Brian were seen arguing in a restaurant. When the couple left abruptly, a witness said they saw her crying. She tried to phone Jackson again, but he was busy at work and missed the call. Imagine.
Poor Jackson. I'm sure
Poor
that's weighing on him, but what could he have done even to stop that?
Call the popo.
Except enrage. Yeah, true.
Like, where are you? I'm calling
or
the
tell her,
popo.
run, lock yourself in the bathroom.
Right.
Yeah. Gabby and Brian were then spotted on security footage at a Whole Foods in Jackson, Wyoming at 2:13 p.m. The recording shows Brian angrily slamming the van door before they enter the store. It's the last time that Gabby was seen alive.
Oof. They drove then to Spread Creek, arriving around 6, and then investigators believe Gabby was rearranging files on her computer around 8:30 p.m., which is seemingly the last thing she ever did. No one knows what exactly transpired between the couple to result in Gabby's life being cut short.
Oh, Gabby with Brian's mother, Roberta, who said she would provide her son with a shovel if he needed it to dispose of a body. Gabby with Brian's mother, Roberta. As the documentary reveals, over the next few days, Brian worked ferociously to try to establish an alibi. Not only did he send text to Gabby's phone to make it appear as though they were physically apart but communicating normally, he also made a $700 transaction from Gabby's bank account to his, writing in the memo, "Goodbye, Brian. I'll never ask you for anything again."
This is amateur hour. Give me a flippin' break. She's as bad as a crypto thief.
I know.
Phone records then show that he called his parents on August 29th to say that Gabby was gone.
Oh.
They contacted a lawyer immediately afterwards, and an arrest warrant was issued for Brian on September 23rd, but at that point it was possible he could have already been dead.
More than a week earlier, he told his parents he was going on a hike to clear his head, and despite an extensive police search, it was only when the Laundries themselves went looking for him at Colton Reserve that Brian was found.
What a coinky-dink.
They discovered his belongings on October 20th, and shortly afterwards, his remains. In a notebook, he had penned multiple letters to his family.
Oof, I've killed myself by this creek in the hopes that the animals will tear me apart, he wrote. That it may make some of Gabby's family happy. He also claimed that an accident had left Gabby in such pain that he killed her as an act of mercy.
Oh, lying to the very end?
Mm-hmm. And as for his mother Roberta's own burn after reading a letter to her son, Gabby's friend Rose expressed sentiments of many when she brands it disgusting.
Oh my gosh. The extent of the Laundry's involvement in Gabby's death and the disposal of her body, according to the authorities, is still unknown. And while no criminal charges have been filed, in 2022, the Petito Schmidt family filed a wrongful death lawsuit against them, which they settled last year for $3 million.
Oof. Roberta and Christopher Landry provided no input into the Netflix documentary. Gabby's family continued to try to mine some kind of good from the depths of this tragedy. In 2021, they set up the Gabby Petito Foundation to help locate missing persons and assist victims of domestic violence. I can only hope, says Jim, that we've made her proud and that she's looking down on us and saying, "Thank you for being my voice when I couldn't speak anymore."
So sad. Lord have mercy.
Holy shizaballs.
Oh.
It's all right, don't you worry. What a terrible story.
That
My God.
is. Gosh.
Woof. Imagine if, like, Roberta was our neighbor.
Oh, my God.
That's almost as bad as Gladys Schmittler.
Oh, Lord. I wonder if she's still amongst the living.
You know, I can't stand looking at Adam Schiff because he looks just like
Shifty Schiff.
Mr. Schmittler.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. There's people. They were
horrible.
Nasty.
Well, kids, my Bougie Bible pick this week is hers. It's the online site for women's health.
I saw
There's
that.
also the men's version, which is Hims. So, like, you know, we were talking about taking minoxidil for our patches of thinning hair. Well, I got sick of that topical stuff. It's such a mess. I forget to use it.
Yes.
So I went online to hers, and I got the oral minoxidil.
Oh, I saw that commercial.
And it's compounded with biotin and all these other vitamins
getting
that
it.
are good for your... It's smart AF, Mia. So you go on. They do, like, weight loss treatments. They do psychiatric meds if you're depressed or whatever.
Wow.
A whole range of medicines for men and women, Hims or hers.
What's the price?
I think mine was $150, and I got... My supply goes till July.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And so you go online, you tell them which drugs you're interested in, and then a doctor contacts you. You don't have to, it's all like done in chat, right? So you say what you need, what kind of drugs or whatever. Then the doctor consults with you over this chat on the Hers platform or Hims. You can also download their apps if you don't want to do it online. And within an hour, my prescription was written. The pills were sent to me.
What?
You cannot use insurance, though, but it was $150.
Yes.
I mean, that's at least 6 months of pills.
Exactly.
Easy peasy. The bottle is even so cute.
Oh, I wonder if you can get like multiple things like at once. Like if you tell
You
the
can.
chat. Okay.
You would just have to go in and select. So if you wanted semaglutide, you can go in and get that.
Oh,
in
I
addition
love
to your
this.
minoxidil pills.
Wow.
I thought it was really great. It's very user-friendly, very quick. Yeah, I got a 6-month supply. So in addition to the minoxidil, it has biotin, vitamin C, B5, B6,
Oh.
and zinc.
Oh, I'm getting that.
And you get a little leaflet in your pouch with your drugs that say, all the prescribing information and side effects, how to use it. I think hers is great. I am like a big convert.
Love it. Yeah, I get drawn into their commercial and think, wow, I should check this out every time I see it.
I mean,
Once I finish my Nutrafol, I'm going to
Right?
switch to that.
well, you can use them together.
Yes?
Nutrafol and minoxidil, but
okay.
they do weight loss pills, birth control, libido pills, Latisse, oral minoxidil, all these other like anti-aging prescription creams,
Love it.
mental health drugs. It's a great platform.
Loves it. So my Bougie Bible pick this week is actually Integrative Chiropractic, and it's located right by Lifetime off of Yamato in
Yep.
Boca Raton. Great place. And they take your insurance. It's only $25.
That's amazing.
Yes. And I swear to God, like I had this pain in my back, literally in one spot for almost 2 weeks straight.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
the doctor did some mild adjustments, used his, whatever.
Magic
little,
fingers.
all his little magic tools. And then they have these these pads that they put on you where the pain is, and it sends like electrical.
Does it
Shot-
contract your I
yes.
think that's so freaky.
Oh my God. And you feel it like after. But anyways, guys, they're amazing. You have to check them out. And they have everything from back pain therapy, herniated disc, neck pain, soft tissue therapy, anything you need. They got it there.
Fab.
And I think it's super affordable.
All right.
Yes.
Well, kids, that's all we got.
Yes, honey. Share this ish with your favorite bad bitch.
And remember, if you have to ask who your crazy neighbor is,
it's probably you. Bye, Bougie Crew.
Be good.
We love y'all.